Oil's good. Let's fire this bad girl up. She was a cold one. Woo! Heading south. Don't you give me that sass, Max. Well, in case you guys noticed, I was going south. Now I'm back north filling up. Yeah, this truck was only half full. Should have opened the cart. Basically, I just tapped the bottom of the hoppers, and for some reason, the truck was only half full. I noticed it because I was accelerating really well. I was like, man, I shouldn't be going this quick. Oh well. Now we're good enough. Now let's head out. Jeff is helping me back this truck out. He's also taking these kind of wood cribbing that we got that we helped fill the shed with. Okay, now let's head out of here. Head back out of the highway because we have a pretty busy area right now. All of the corn is done, including mine. This actually turned out better than I was originally thinking. I mean, I had pretty low estimates, especially this area. But hey, that truck sitting in my field, that's exciting. I'll tell you guys more about that a little bit later. That's some exciting stuff happening to my farm. Cool. I didn't think I'd be able to see that. Putting on that anhydrous. Coming into Clinton. So my uncle just called and said that they put a brand new computer system on down here. So this grain processor has a lot of locations all throughout the Midwest and I think the world even. Anyway, so the location out in Cedar Rapids that we go to has had this new computer system for a couple of years. Apparently they just put it in down here. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, I see it. Those white poles. Oh, they're only down to one probe. That's neat. So there's the computer. Huh. They're probing me. So this is collecting their sample. I figured he was going to tell me something. So they know what's in my truck. It's a representative sample, and then I'll be on my way to go dump. There's a little bit of a line. Basically, there's truck starting right at the bridge. It'll be probably a 20-30 minute wait. Not too bad. Well, now I know why they're so slow. They're dumping one dump. That's painful. Basically, they have 3 that are open, or 3 that can open, but not today apparently. So I've been sitting here for about a half hour or so now. Man, that truck and trailer, whew! It's even got hydraulic traps. Pretty sweet. So I'm 5 back from the dump. Eventually, we'll go dump. I've been sitting here for about 45 minutes now. Finally about ready to dump. 1 back. So this is, now that harvest is over with, we are into the part where we're delivering grain into our processor and selling it. That Curtis did do some chiseling kind of up on top of the hill there. I was like, man, that cornfield's picked at the same time and they don't look the same. Yeah, Curtis did some chiseling. And Pat's just coming up in the grain cart. He's going to hook that thing for the year. A lot of stuff getting done. Well, so long, semi with heat. Now I'm going to jump over to my truck, the 99, that doesn't have any heat. It's going to be a little cold. Woo! She's a little chilly in here. But at least my truck's loaded and I can get going. Man, I am kind of regretting not taking the other truck. Oh well, southbound and down. Hey look, it's snowing. I don't want that. Just Put one in for another load. I haven't passed a lot of trucks coming in. I haven't seen a lot of trucks coming in. The wait right now is at an hour 15, but I have a feeling that's actually gonna be closer to an hour because I haven't seen hardly any trucks coming in. And it's always delayed because basically they give you the wait time by the last truck that has came in, because obviously they know the time that you clock in, you first scan in, you scan out. So that obviously is delayed because those trucks are already gone. It's not real time to the trucks that are waiting. Does that make sense? Clear as mud? I don't know. It is what it is. This whole place is just kind of interesting down here, but we're thankful it's close. They just can be a pain in the neck. But the guys are working on some chiseling. I believe Curtis is out chiseling right now. Nathan and Pat are basically just kind of getting ready for the snowstorm that we're going to have tomorrow and tonight. Yeah, that's right, the snowstorm. We're not looking forward to that. And I bet the squirrels around here eat good. There's just always little piles of grain sitting around. Lucas got munching away. Getting big for the winter. They're getting my sample right now. I gotta pull ahead because they only have one. They only have one probe working. Just got up to the scales, so now we'll wait. Well, load number 2 of the day. And I might get a third one in. I got an hour and a half before they close, but Pat's gonna load a truck up and start driving. I'll meet him halfway. Pat and I pulled the old switcheroo, so now I'm back in the truck with heat. Pat filled this guy up and met halfway so I can make it in there before they close. Let's go. Well, I was 2 for 2 catching this light, bottom of the hill in Clinton, but now I am 2 for 3. Oh well, I hate this light because it's bottom of the hill when you're going highway speeds. No fun. Last time for the day. They close at 1, it's like 12:30, so I'm probably one of the last few trucks. On the weekends, especially towards the end of closing time, hardly anybody comes. You know, if people are gonna haul on the weekends, it's just a load or 2 in the morning. Unless you're us, where myself, I can't haul during the week because they're only open from like 5 to 3 or 5 to 1, or even 5 to 10 some days. I work from 6 till 4 every day. That is a sweet truck. Getting probed, last time of the day. This is what I like to see. Pull right up to the scale. This will be nice. Man, those trains just zip on through here. Going from Chicago probably to the port of Los Angeles, or one of the 3 big ports in the Southwest. Waiting it up. All done for the day, so 3 loads in about 4 hours, not too bad. It's actually pretty good. So now I'm gonna go rip for a couple hours. I got time, snow's coming, might be the last chance I get. Well, we'll see. Oil's good. Let this bad girl fire up. Fire up and warm up. Alrighty. Getting the 3-point raised up as best as I can. Let's go down and let's start deep ripping. So just like I did last time when I was out ripping, I'm gonna go out and just check the job I'm doing, see how deep we are. Making sure we're deep enough. Everything looks good. Tires are on the ground, but not too deep. So this is all this tool is. It's pretty simple. It's got an opener, and it's got a shank that goes in there and just kind of lifts up the ground. I'll get some GoPro footage outside in a little bit, but everything looks good. Let's drop the hammer. Man, this thing is pulling hard. This is a very high compacted area. We drive a lot of trucks through here when we're filling trucks for combining, but also when we're taking bales out and chopping. It's just a high traffic area, so 400 horsepower, that's all she wants. 5.5 miles an hour. I mean, we're going pretty deep. We're going 15 inches deep, but still. Whew. I just killed a 100 horsepower or 400 horsepower tractor with an 18-foot implement. Wow. I just started spinning out and then all of a sudden it just lugged down to nothing. which again, this is the highly compacted spot where we bring all of our trucks and stuff in, so it doesn't surprise me, like right here is what happened. Jeez. I did not think that this big tractor, big as in horsepower and weight, would get killed. Wow, that was interesting. Well, let's do it again. Well, I got this little short chunk done. Now I got the rest of the 70 acres. So I'm just gonna make it a pass down there, and then I'll start making the long rows. And when I get done, I only can work for another couple hours, so I won't get this whole field done. Because again, I can only do 10 acres an hour, so. We'll do our best. This stuff is rock hard. 13% slip, all the mustard, all the ketchup. Getting there though. Just starting the long passes. Like I said, this is a 60-acre field and I'm doing maybe 10 acres an hour, so it'll take a bit. So I know you guys might be wondering, especially now that I got some stuff done, why the heck are you lifting up right here? Well, here's the key thing. We don't like erosion. We're actually trying to do this as a, well, not a conservation tool, but it's a minimum tillage tool. The whole point of minimum tillage is to kind of keep your soil where it's at, because we like our soil. That's how we make our living. That right there is a low spot. That's where water comes in from the neighbors. That little low spot probably drains 100 acres. So if we have a bad spring, if I would rip through it because the soil is undisturbed, or because the soil is disturbed, it's much easier to wash and take soil with it. So therefore, kind of the low spots, like I'm not gonna go near this creek, or like that low spot there, or on the west side, I'm gonna raise up there, because again, we're trying to fight compaction, but if we lose our soil, there's no soil to be compacted. Woo, woo. What are we doing here, boys? We're leaving some soybeans behind. Nothing that I can't chop up, I suppose. Making progress. I don't even know how many acres we've done so far, but we've done a decent amount. Oh, this will be fun. Nathan had a nice little drag up right here. So I can mow that down. Not bad. By the way, guys, a new game just came out in the last, I believe yesterday. I know I'm way behind on videos, guys, but if you haven't checked it out yet, check it out. It's a mobile farming game called American Farming. It's pretty sweet. And yes, I am playing a little bit of it while I am farming. It's that fun. So you guys really check it out. American Farming on the App Store, on Google Play, or the Apple App Store, I think is what it's called. You know what I'm noticing? Pat must have sprayed this field north and south for some reason, because I'm seeing like every 100 feet or so, yeah, there's a compaction track. Why did he spray it like that? That would take forever, because this field is like, oh, you guys can see it, it's like 3 times as long this way as it is this way. Huh. Ruh-roh. Fuel filter blocked. That's not good, because I actually need all the ponies, so we'll see how much longer I'll be able to keep running. Fuel filter is basically your filter that goes in between your fuel tank and the engine, just to kind of make sure any particulates and whatnot don't get into the engine. And when it starts getting blocked, you can't get as much fuel in the engine, you won't get as much power. So I don't know, I'm roughly 33, 40% done with this field, something like that. One thing I want to do though is I want to leave a check strip. So what that is, you know, we're burning a lot of gallons. I guess not just gallons, but time, money, and fuel. And out wear and tear on this tractor, and basically you're doing this job. So I want to basically make sure it's still going to work, or it's still worth it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip 6 passes. So 6 passes is 15 feet, 18 feet times 6 is 48 feet. I might just do, I'll have to figure it out, but I'm going to skip X amount of passes and basically just leave that as a check strip. That way I can figure out if this is going to work, or is this worth anything? So we can look at the corn yield maps in the future for next year. It has to be big enough so that way you can actually tell a difference. So that way, like I said, I'm gonna need to do at least probably 5 or 6. So here's what we're doing. We're doing a 5 times 18 foot skip the entire way down. It's basically right at the corner of that piece, all the way almost to the kind of bend in the creek. You can kind of tell it's about right now. It's hard to zoom in, but all right there. There's Deep Creek. Makes a pretty sharp corner right there, but the bank seems pretty intact. Well, when you're doing tillage, it's good every once in a while to get out and just make sure stuff is going all right. So you can catch exact stuff like this. Got a piece of wire. Neat. So I would have left that on there for a couple hundred more acres. Well, not gonna, you know what I mean? Could have worn into this metal, this wear plate there. But just taking a look, make sure nothing's missing, nothing's cracked, nothing's bent, broken, etc. It's good to do, especially before dark. Not too shabby. Let's keep it rolling. I'll actually go for a little bit longer and then we'll hop out and take a look and see what it's doing in the ground. So I just went a little ways. Here you can kind of see. So as this thing's going along, I control the height with my 3-point. The 3-point is literally just an implement that raises it up and down and keeps it square, keeps it parallel, perpendicular, whatever fancy word it is. And as it's going along, the first thing that comes along is this row of disc gangs, or disc openers, I should say. All that's doing is just rolling along and slicing a slit in the ground to make it easier for the shank, because it follows literally one for one. Makes it easy for that shank just to kind of rip through. And all this is like I said, it's just a long shank with wings at the bottom. And as it goes, and it's kind of hard, but you can kind of see right there, just ever so slightly, it boils up. And that's what this does, is as this goes along, and obviously with speed it looks better, as you guys can see with the GoPro footage, but it kind of boils up and breaks up that compaction hard pan layer. So pretty schmick. We'll keep it rolling. So I did take a rough measurement. 5 passes or so is roughly 4.1 acres. So that's what I left as a check strip. And I took a screenshot of what it looks like, or the rough area of it. So yeah, definitely not gonna get this field done tonight because I gotta take off in about a half hour or so, but get a good chunk of it done. And this way, I mean, if we do get snowed out and I'm not able to come back, this will still be a good, I mean, I got half this field done for sure. Well, I'm probably 60% done with this field. And I'm probably gonna call her a night on this last pass coming back. I'm not happy. I only killed the tractor once. I did spin it out 2 more times, and I did have to shift down to second gear 1 time. So this is pretty nasty. Which this field we do haul manure on occasionally, a decent amount. We do chop here quite a bit, and like last year we bailed off a bunch of corn stalks. So that's a lot of traffic and everything like that. So it was definitely needed. I am really looking forward to seeing the fruits of this labor, because like I said, this will be roughly about 8 to 9 man hours doing this field, plus, oh geez, 8 hours times 20, 160 gallons of fuel. So you do the math right there, that's all it, fuel is $4, so that's over $600 in fuel right there, plus depreciation on this tractor. It's quite a bit, so I'm curious to see if it'll pay. In the 2 years ago I did some checks. It was, I think, 20 bushel on average what this piece gained us, so that'll, even if it makes 5 bushel, that'll gain it. So we'll see. Like I said, stay tuned, guys. I'm just realized I forgot my main GoPro, and I forgot that I'm swapping between the two. Sorry, Ron. Sorry, editing, Ron. So I was wondering why it wasn't pulling as hard, and I was seeing more dirt being thrown. Yeah, for some reason my 3-point inch didn't lower all the way that time. That was strange. So I just kind of did a quick loop and raised it up, brought it back in the ground, and now it's doing much better. So I made 2/3 of a pass without it blowing all the way. It's really faint. Can you tell how right here is a little bit darker than everything else? Yeah, that's, like I said, the deeper you go, the slower you go, the less disturbance you have. Well, I'm definitely not going slow. I'm going 6.5. But I didn't go near as deep. I probably only went 12 inches there as opposed to 15 on the rest of these. And when that happened, blew up a lot more dirt. Well, not a bad day. But I think I'm gonna call her good. And just because I'm trying to skew the stats, I'm gonna drive right down my control. So yeah, I think that's roughly 50 to 60% of the field, but not a bad day. I miss just getting tractor time. I don't get to run tillage a whole lot, so when I do, I'm always excited to get it. So I left, like I said, guys, I left this spot because it's a water basin. I don't want to work that because I don't want to lose any soil. So let's head back to the farm and shut her down for the night. Yeah, I lied. I forgot I had the second pass on this first little chunk that I did. You kind of see? That's how much the dirt mellowed out in the last week. 6 days ago I started that. All done. I did have to turn my lights on because it was getting a little dark. Now let's go. Oh, let this thing cool down, transfer my stuff, and then call it a night. Oh, 10 minutes later, and we'll be good to go. So thank you guys so much for watching. In real time, the next time you guys see me up on the farm, we'll either be running tillage or probably deer hunting, but I'm gonna kick those videos ahead. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, really appreciate it. Take care, take it easy, stay safe. Have a Merry Christmas season, because like I said, I'm way behind. I mean, it's November 25th right now, and this video probably won't come out until like the December 15th. So, we'll see. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, take it easy, stay safe, and ta-ta for now.